What's up, guys? Back with another pre-highlighted unit from Nadula Hair. This is a 13x4 frontal, and as you can see, it is super versatile. I wore it straight and I wore it curled. So I'm gonna get into the details of how I installed this unit now. What's up, guys? So before we get started, I did want to let y'all know that I did pluck and bleach the knots off camera and that this is a 24-inch body wave unit, and the highlights are all up and through the hair, and it does come pre-highlighted for you. So I wanted to let y'all know that before we get started. Okay, so I decided to make this a talk through kind of tutorial because I never really do those for you guys anymore. Thought I'd switch it up just a little bit. So I'm gonna first start off by spraying my edges a little bit because the wig that I had on this weekend, I used a lot of gel to hold that down. It was a little bit tight, but you know, it is what it is. But I got a little bit of residue on my edges still, so I just want to like get that together, you know. Basically the water is just gonna help, one, make my edges soft again because they're a little rough, and two, is just gonna make that product kind of not be white. Like, it's gonna blend back into my hair. I need to wash my hair. We'll do that tomorrow. And then I also am gonna take my edge brush and I'm just going to make sure like any baby hairs, anything like that, are brushed back. If I didn't already have like product on my edges, I would just take a little edge control or a little gel or just something to slick it back however you normally would slick back your hair. And then I'm gonna take this wig cap and we're gonna do our bald cap. This part is always like the worst part because it sits right on your eyelids. It's so annoying, but it is what it is. The farther you pull it down, the thinner the cap is gonna be. And sometimes, like if I'm really in my bag, I like to do it like that, but I'm not in the mood today. It's late and I don't usually do like my reviews and everything late. I usually try to do them in the morning or the afternoon. So I'm not in the mood for the thinnest bald cap ever. Like, this is fine. I ran out of my free spray, so I really have like no type of spray at all. So we just straight gel today. I brought Old Faithful for backup. We'll see how this goes. I really like this gel. I keep telling y'all that, but I do really like this gel. I wish they were more available in stores and stuff and online. I really haven't seen them around yet, and none of you guys have said that you've seen them around all like that yet either. But hopefully they pick up because I really like this. Like, this gel, it has such a great hold and it's clear. Like, this is such a great gel for beginners because you can easily, like, let's say you use a little too much, like, it's not gonna hurt you the same way using like this Got2b will mess you up if you use too much because it'll like dry white. This will still dry clear. Like, you can fix mistakes easily. So I'm just following my hairline, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I have a pretty easy hairline to follow. If you have like dips in your hairline, all that, literally just follow your hairline. That's all you gotta do. And you don't want to use too much, but you don't want to use too little either. I love to go over this with free spray, but since I ran out, obviously I won't be doing that. Literally just ran out on Saturday too. Like, I gotta go to the store, and I still have to try bedhead spray. Like, I've been saying I was gonna try that for months and I just did not run out of Got2b. I also have some Kiss glue. Kiss sent me some PR. They sent me their Kiss glue remover and, well, the glue. So I do want to try that. I'll probably, if I do a wig when I go to Cancun next month, I might do that, use that glue. But I'm thinking actually I want to do like either butterfly locks or just like faux locks in general for that trip. I haven't done anything like that in so long. I kind of miss it, you know. So I'm just gonna push everything back. I like to go a little bit far back with these just because, like, I feel like it gives me a little bit better of a hold so that the bald cap doesn't unravel. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna go over my edges just a little bit with more glue because I don't have my free spray to spray on that. Usually when I go over with the free spray, I can go a little bit past the hairline just to make sure it's like real secure. But since I don't have that today, I have to do that on my own time. some new press-ons, you guys. I put my Amazon link to them because I cannot remember what the brand was that I picked these up from. I've had them for a minute. I just totally even forgot about them. I don't know about this color though. I feel like it's like, it matches my skin tone too much and it looks like it's just an extension of my hand. So I like the shape and everything though. They've been holding really well. But yeah, it's the color for me. I'm so shook that these actually held the way that they're holding because like for real, let me stop touching all this first of all. But for real, like they're long. So the fact that they have not been popping off on me and I've been doing the most, like, okay. So I'm gonna pull out my blow dryer. I'm gonna start out by blow drying on cool so that way it doesn't give me like a little residue thing. It had been giving me in my last couple videos when I did it all straight heat. But after it kind of dries a little bit on cool, I am going to go in with the heat because that's gonna make it go quicker. Y'all, so I really couldn't find my regular scissors, so I had to pull out our girl Big Susie again. I know y'all missed her. If you've been following my channel for at least a year now, you remember these scissors. I don't know where my other scissors went, and I just found these too. I thought I lost these, but this is what we're gonna have to use today. I highly recommend using smaller scissors because it's not as easy to control when you're using bigger scissors, but you know, I'm kind of a professional. But not really, because who's licensed? Where? These scissors have no give anymore. Okay. We might not be using these either. So when you cut this off, you just follow. Well, first of all, you just cut off all the excess up to where you glued it down. And then from there, you just kind of follow your hairline. Get rid of all the non-glued little pieces. All the way up to your hairline because you don't want to cut into your hair. I get mine really up close to my hairline because it's actually a little bit farther than I wanted to go. But I like to get mine really up close to my hairline because I have a small forehead, as most of y'all have probably noticed. And small foreheads and wigs don't always go together. So because I really don't have the real estate to be pulling it up that far, I don't pull it up that far. And I try to make sure I have enough space to just pull my wig like right here. I should have cut around my ears and all that, but I didn't do it. It is what it is. Usually I end up cutting off this part anyway. You might not have to. I usually have to though. These scissors are the worst. All right, that's enough of that. All right, so the next step after that, you want to take like your foundation of some sorts. I just have like leftover on this brush and I'm just using that to tint the cap. You don't want to use too much because if you use too much, it's gonna start blending when you use like your gel and things, and that gets messy. Who likes that? Not I. It's the worst. It's so annoying. But yeah, that's what happens when you use too much product. So I just like to use what's excess on my brush and just tint the cap up to match closer to my actual skin tone. It's okay if it's still a little bit lighter, if it doesn't look perfect here, because you're gonna put your wig over it anyway. So here is the unit. I chose to straighten it this time because I feel like the last couple times I've had one of these pre-colored units, I have been, you know, curling them. So I was like, let me straighten one out real quick. I already straightened it off camera and all of that. But I'll be styling it on camera for us. But I want to get some of that work out the way. You know, it's boring. You know how to flat iron. What I will say though is make sure that if you are gonna do this straight, that you blow dry it first to get it as straight as possible. Then straighten it out with your straightener, flat iron, whatever you want to call it. It's much better that way. When I did this, like, it took me forever to get it straightened out because I forgot to blow dry, and that was a mistake. So don't be like me. So let's check out the fit. Okay. Am I gonna have problems with the ears? Because y'all know wigs will not always come past my ears. And it's looking like, okay, it's looking like we're not gonna have no issues. That does not happen often. That does not happen often at all. Yes to the fit. Okay, Nadula. Getting me together. Now this hair is a silkier texture, so you can, you know, curl it and all that and everything. It's not a blunt cut, so again, you can curl it and all that. But it is on the silkier side, not really a kinky hair. I like the feel of it though. It still looks good. Like, it's not an overly silky, it's just like a nice silky, and it does naturally come in a body wave texture when you first get it. It's really about to sit right where I want it and not give me no problems. I'm very excited. This is looking good. Okay, all right, let's get into installing. So I'm just gonna pull the top back, and then we gotta pull these little, you know, pieces back down. So I'm gonna take more gel, and I'm gonna start putting it a little bit on the cap and a little bit on my skin. This first layer is really about like laying the cap back down and molding that part that, you know, that's been cut to my head. Now, a frequent question people ask a lot is like, do you have to do a bald cap? Do you have to do like all these tedious steps like plucking and, you know, just all the little things that you see me doing like we're doing right now with the foundation process? I highly recommend it, but you can do what you want. I think it's important, like if you really want your wig to look good. Like, I was getting compliments on my wig this past weekend and I laid her out. So, you know, you can do what you want to do, but if you really want it to be laid, the foundation steps really matter. If you want something quick, I highly recommend like, you know, T-part wigs or headband wigs, even stuff like that. But if you're gonna wear a frontal, I mean, I feel like you should do it up if you're gonna wear the frontal. But if you don't, that's your business too. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing. So anyways, the cap, you just want to start rolling down and pushing it down into your skin. I did get a little bit of product coming up, but it's fine, not too much. And that's like your first layer right there. Mainly using that to just, you know, get the cap down. Then we're gonna go in with another layer. And I'll probably do 2 more layers since I don't have free spray. Then again, I don't know, this layer right here might be enough. How many layers you do really depends on how long you want to wear this unit. So like, I'm not probably going to wear this past tomorrow, so I really don't need a whole lot of layers. But if I were, maybe I want to wear this for like 2 days straight or something, I would keep going. I probably am, as you can see, I'm going to keep going though. Definitely going to be sleeping in this unit because it's about to be tacked down. This stuff right here from Don't Touch My Hair, it's got some good hold. Like, take my little spray bottle and spray my fingers a little bit because I don't want all this like excess product on my hands. And just wipe it off because that's really annoying, like when it sticks to the hair, especially in places you didn't want it to stick to the hair. All right, and now we're ready to pull the top back down. So once you have it laid in the product, then you just want to start like taking your fine tooth comb and combing it back like this. This helps to marry the lace to your skin. And then I'm going to blow dry all of this dry. That is secure, I am going to hit my sides up a little. I like to go back to my sides a lot of times after I've installed most of the wig because my sides just be giving me trouble and I don't want to have to keep going over it and over it because that's another way to get a whole lot of residue. Shook at how well this is fitting me. Like, I had to do no extra work and it's fitting me. It's a good day. Now I'm gonna finish making sure this is dry. Scissors. So we're back in action with the regular size scissors. I'm gonna pull this out my way. Just clip it back. You definitely want to have clips on you if you plan on doing wigs, because they are a lifesaver. All that hair be getting in your face and all that. It's not fun. It's not a good time. So now I'm ready to cut off the lace. I like to cut it going upwards first down the middle, and then I make my jagged cuts up and down. Don't go too fast if you're new to it, because you don't want to cut into your wig playing around. And just, you know, you don't want it to be straight across, because when you go straight, it just doesn't look as good with the finished product. Kind of gives a straight line of demarcation between your real skin and the wig. And that's not what you want. You want to get as close to the hairline as possible. You don't want a lot of excess lace. Now, I will say it is a little bit short on the sides for me. You may not have the same experience, but for me, I will say this wig does come a little bit short, but I'll take it. I will take my edges being covered over that. I just have to wear this in a way that'll hide that part for me. So as you can see, once you cut the lace off, you're left with a little bit of mess. And it's cool though, you can get it cleaned up. All I'm gonna do is like, just take a wipe or whatever you have. I'm doing a towel and, you know, spray bottle. But just take a little bit. Even if you have like alcohol wipes or something, that's probably even better. But I don't have that, so here we are. And just clean off your hairline. That's why I like the clear gel too, because that's easier to get rid of the residue. It does not take much. If I was using the Got2b that I showed y'all on the yellow tube, this would be a lot more work to get cleaned up. Although it'd be really nice if I had my freeze spray to go over top of the edges after this. But you know, we can make do. We got this. So I actually probably should have used my lace tint before I put this on, but I didn't think I would need it because this lace came brown. So I was like, okay, if I put any more tint on it, it's gonna be too brown for me. But it's cool. I can just add a little foundation on the edges to match it up. I'm going to add yet another layer of gel, very thin, to the edges of the front, just to get them, make sure they're laying down. I would prefer, again, to use like freeze spray or something for this, but we ain't got none, so here we are. But I definitely want to make sure like the little edges of this lace stay laid. Also, I'm going to use this time now to pull out hair for doing baby hairs. Actually, am I doing a side part? I think I'm doing a side part. It's giving side part energy. But I'm still gonna pull out the whole thing just in case. Normally, I would prefer to use my elastic band. Y'all already know if you watch the videos, that's what I normally use. But I can't find it right now, so we're taking it back to using the satin scarf. I like to double mine so it's a little bit thinner, and I'm gonna wrap this around. I also like the super long ones because I can just bring it back around. I hate trying to tie these in the back because, listen, if you know, you know. All that hair be getting caught up back there. You can't see what you're doing. It's annoying. The extra long ones are where it's at. Okay, I took a quick chip break, but I'm back. It's been about like 5 minutes or so. You don't have to do this long because most of the wig is already dried. So, you know, just want it to set. And now I need to decide how I want to do this hair. Yeah, so I'm thinking side part. It's giving side part. I think that's the move. Yeah. So I can go ahead and push this back. Because we're not about to use it. Well, I might use it on this side. But I'm definitely not going to use it on my forehead. So push that back. Alright, so now that I know where I'm going to... Wait, did I do a... Oh, I did. Okay. I thought I didn't do like a solid part yet. And I was about to say, wait a minute. But we did. I like mine to be curved side parts. You can do a straight side part. I just like them curved. That's just me being me. The whereabouts of my clip are unknown. Oh, as y'all see, I got a new chair. It's a swivel chair. So y'all gonna see me swiveling a lot in videos now. It was on the floor. All right, back to business. Take these hairs on the side and I'm going to cut jaggedly and diagonally. You want to start out with them kind of long because you never know. You can always come back and make them shorter, but you can't make them longer again. So I like to start out with them kind of long. All right, you can play more with the baby hairs when you use foam. Just be careful though, because like I'm not using actual glue, so like this can take my wig up if I do the most. You want to be quick about it because again, you know, it's a wetter product, so it's kind of water-based. So like, you know, you just don't want it to pull your lace up. Maybe I should have started from the top. Y'all know, baby hairs can take me a second sometimes. With the what's it called, the gel or the mousse setting foam, I like to go over it with something a little bit stronger to make sure, ooh, dropping stuff, to make sure that it stays in place. Now I feel like maybe I plucked just a little too much because it's just, I don't know, it's a little too much of a skin effect. So I'm going through with a pencil and just filling that in. It's an easy fix. Yeah, much better. My hot comb's not very hot anymore, but it'll warm back up. Start moving hairs out my way. So I would say the hair has been tangling just a little bit, like around the ends area throughout this process, but that can have a lot to do with the fact that I plucked it and, you know, just doing the hair, like it happens. But I did notice a little bit of that in this process. Going over the top to set the part, and then I need to grab my wax stick for this, but I'm gonna push these baby hairs back first since we're not going to use them. Okay, so I'm pulling out the handy dandy wax stick. I'm trying not to use too much because I'm noticing the wax stick on some kind of silkier hairs does not take as well, so I don't want to run into that issue again. And I'm also going to go through this in like sections around the top. Because, okay, this now I am going to get down with some of the stuff because I want it to lay. stand corrected on this one. I did end up having to use a significant amount of the wax to get this to lay. Sometimes you need a hard little bristle brush to get you together. So the lace actually turned out really good. I am just gonna go over it with a bit of foundation to match up. Should I add? I think I'm gonna add that little sharp bang. I called it a bang, I just realized that. I mean, like, I was going for sharp layers, but I don't think it's giving choppy. It's fine, it's fine. Now, I am by no means saying this is the proper way to do some layers. This is just how I'm doing it. Some people take it up in the air. It's probably actually what you should do. But here we are. Yeah, the wax on this texture of hair does make it a little heavy. But we had to do what needed to be done for it to lay. So it is what it is. I got my flat iron heating back up again, and so in the meantime, I'm gonna just add a little foundation to this part. I probably should have used something smaller. It is what it is. Then just fill it back in where it's too wide with the pencil. Darken that up. You wanna make like brush strokes with it, or not brush strokes, like hair strokes. Okay, you guys, so this is the final result with this straighten. I love how this is body wave hair, but it's so versatile because you can still wear it in a straight style if you want to, something, you know, like sleek and cool. But the next day, you know, I had to be extra and come back, and I did put some wand curls in it. Nothing special. I just added some wand curls wherever while it was on my head, and it came out so nice, you guys. You can dress this wig up or down. It is so pretty. If you're interested in the unit, of course, details will be down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. If you don't do the perfect